Hello everyone, greetings from Kathmandu, Nepal. I am Keshap Sadel, a Nepali poet. I'm happy to be invited to the International Poetry Festival of Habana. I would like to thank Cuban Poetry Cultural Center, the Writer Association of Cuba, the Cuban Book Institute, and the Ministry of Culture, Cuba, for this historic initiative. As the world is struggling to defeat the pandemic and revive its regular course, I believe poetry can be an important means to share human experiences and spark hope in people. Now I would like to read a poem that is titled Lockdown Diary. The room in which I am lodged since last 19 years appears very strange today. In the previous mornings, even after the wake-up bells, I would change my side and prolong the sleep. When time really slipped away, in my nervousness, the entire room would reduce into a wall. The wall would then turn into a hanging clock, and the clock would become my anxious heart. These days, I have never nowhere to go. There's no urgent job that I need to complete. My neighbor, who used to inquire me about my morning tea, has hanged a notice at the gate and restricted admission to his house. I have stopped fixing the morning alarm bells. However, the tick-tock of the clock resonates in the room as noisy as the city traffic. As I wake up, I get into the washroom. Water drops trickle from the leakage in the shower handle. When the splashes touch the skin on my head, here follicles grow sensitive. Those drips keep creating the webs in my mind's lake. I wash my hands with soap and water. The foam grows into a miniature sky where the tiny stars begin to glitter. The sun rays from the ventilation paints a small rainbow on the sky. Through the cleavage in the door, a colony of ants had set out for a journey to a place not known to me, as if they are people returning home being chased by their hunger. There is an unchanged old towel draped on the hanger. Like the thread on the towel, I am being unknotted by the loom in the mind. When I felt a quagmire of desolation, I used to stare at the walls of this room and punch my fist on those walls. But I regret, I never minutely observed the color of those walls. At a point where the wall and the ceiling meet, a spider has created its own empire of web, and along the highway of its own empire, the spider is now running towards me, as if it wants to ask me something. How did the color of the wall get obscured? When did the mind get enveloped with the greed? On the table, flowers seem waning, as if they are expecting a charisma for the revival. On the petals, the streaks of time are so vivid, as if someone is skimming a rangoli of dust with a sieve. I wonder what power enabled these mites to lodge here, becoming the lord of the books in the rack, chewing internet wires and the world beading rolls. When did the mice declare the regime? Earlier, the sun used to grow young before I woke up, but why is it dragging its feet now like a child reluctant to go to school? Even if the clock is ticking incessantly, why is it losing the sense of time? This room that stayed quiet for 19 years, why is it infringing its silence and becoming eloquent? Thank you.